Oh my god, what is that? Is it abducting an animal? Y'all? The UFO situation is getting stranger. We're jumping right into Miami, Florida, in a resurfaced clip from February 6th, 2026, where witnesses saw these strange lights in delta formation across the water. Started recording immediately. As they zoomed in, they noticed another steady light to the left with a flickering light underneath. And those were apparently there for a while, maybe like an hour after recording. The witnesses said that they feel that the original three lights were in a delta formation, but they were separate crafts, as the top one does, as you can see from here actually, appear to move away much faster than the other two did. And it's so wild that we're seeing more of these delta formations and triangular crafts. Speaking of Iowa, June 27th, 2026. Witnesses saw these three lights appear out of nowhere. There's actually more, but they said that the first three, just like the ones in Miami, did seem to be together. Maybe three crafts in delta formation, or one cloaked craft with three separate lights. And then the other light above it was kind of just extra, but they were more confused and shocked by the three lights moving slowly across the tree line. It is very interesting. I mean, I do see why they were more interested in the three lights, but to me, it looks like all four of them were moving together. More weirdness in Bogota, Colombia, June 28th, 2026, where yet another metallic sphere was caught zipping across the sky over the city in broad daylight. Witnesses said that they started recording because it appeared to change direction abruptly and sped up before they were recording. As they recorded, I didn't think it did anything more anomalous, but it did seem to be moving by pretty fast. Like that little orb was hauling ass. Then there's Brazil, June 29th, 2026, where multiple witnesses across multiple towns in Brazil saw this strange object streaking across the sky. There are multiple clips, but I personally want to start with this one. And I love this one because you can see that there's a little orb right next to whatever this is. And it follows it all the way through. You lose it a little bit on camera, but witnesses said that that little tail or tag-along orb was with this thing the whole time. And it did not burn out as it flew across the night sky. It stood lit until it cleared the sky, orb and all, which I find absolutely fascinating. Here we have another angle from another town. You can see, I guess, that it looks like maybe it could be something breaking apart. But the orb from the first clip and that people were mentioning, look at this thing flying above it. I don't know if you saw that. Alright, I guess it's just moving, so it could be a parallax effect. Still very strange. But the people that saw the orb next to it said it didn't look like it was a part of it. It didn't look like it was burning up or breaking. It looked like its own solid thing just riding along next to whatever this is. And yet again, another angle, this one from a little bit further away. So wild with all the natural disasters we have going on and the earthquakes and the weird volcanic eruptions. Now all of this madness in our skies, just as the government claims that they're going to give us disclosure without actually giving us any information. What's really going on? And then there's a resurfaced clip of the UFO that seems to be abducting a dog or a horse or I don't even know what. Washington State, January 4th, 2025. You see everyone at a sports game looking up, baffled and shocked at whatever this may be. And I'll let a little bit of the commentary play. They're confused, just as confused as I am, and as you are watching this video, they don't know what's going on. As you zoom in, you see the thing at the bottom being carried is actually an animal, and it appears to be live and moving. But as the girl in the commentary herself says, it looks like even that thing is glowing, and it just makes no sense. So I'll leave you guys with the original commentary so you can form your opinion and let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
It is an animal. Looks like a mountain lion. Looks like a big old cougar or something. Got that critter on the field.
Very fascinating and honestly a little creepy. I don't even know what to think. It looked like whatever that was alive, because at one point, if you watch the video, the thing does look like it's moving, trying to get out of whatever the hell it's attached to, or it's being beamed up. And you can even hear in the commentary, people are shocked. They don't know what's going on. They're just looking up, just as baffled as we are. If they're taking our animals and taking us, we need to know. We need to know exactly what they are. And don't forget that even before the government started disclosure, we had that wild report from 8 News Now of a UFO swarm around a Navy ship.
Videos recorded by U.S. Navy personnel have added a new layer of evidence to the current national debate about UFOs. For the first time, radar images recorded inside a Navy ship have confirmed the presence of several unknown objects that swarmed around the ship for hours. I-Team reporter George Knapp here with a story that broke today on Mystery Wire.
Thanks, Brian. Over the past 3 years or so, the public has been able to see several astounding images of what certainly qualify as UFOs during encounters with the U.S. Navy. There's no question that the Pentagon has censored data to go along with the photos and videos, but none of that information has been leaked or otherwise released. That is, until today. For 2 long hours on the night of July 15, 2019, the crew of the USS Omaha detected on multiple sensor systems unknown objects that surrounded the ship as it moved through ocean waters west of San Diego. One of the objects, a self-illuminated sphere at least 6 feet in diameter, flew alongside the Omaha for an extended period and was observed through a thermal sensor in the ship's combat center. Filmmaker Jeremy Corbell released the Navy video weeks ago and says similar events were reported by 8 other Navy ships in the same area over 3 days.
Mark bearing and range.
There was numerous warships that are having similar it appears to be coordinated interaction, and this whole series was within this kind of, I'd say, circumference of 100 miles, and there was up to 50 to 100 contacts.
In the last 3 years, the Pentagon has reluctantly confirmed the legitimacy of UFO images captured by Navy ships and air crews, including these photos taken off the coast of Virginia and the better-known videos, the so-called Tic Tac incident and the gimbal. But other than the images themselves, there's been no release of censored data to buttress these cases. There is now.
Well, if you can write a general lat long where we're at, and the number of contacts you got, the course and speed meters off them.
Over a period of hours, crew members on the USS Omaha, which is located in the center of this radar screen, monitored the approach of the unknown objects, as many as 14 at one point, all around the ship. 2 different radar systems watched the objects and estimated their speed.
Track 781 just sped up to 46 knots, 50 knots, closing in. Oh, actually 38 knots.
That one's pretty much perfectly 000 relative, right?
Yeah.
Corbell obtained the images from sources he declines to identify. The Pentagon's UAP task force considers the Omaha spheres to be true unknowns. The ships that were under observation by the unknowns were unable to track where they came from or where they disappeared to. The Omaha sphere appears to have vanished into the ocean.
What was splashed?
At that point, it also vanished from all sensors. In one video snippet, 9 of the objects were seen around the Omaha, but 2 of them dropped off, somehow invisible to 2 radar systems.
And it supports the hypothesis that these are not just a balloon dropping into the water, or it's not something that is easily explained. These are true unidentifieds in mass number, and we'll talk more about that, but that's what we're showing people, where you have radar data that goes with FLIR data, what everybody has been belly aching for. So here you go.
If these are foreign-made high-tech drones, how do they fly with no wings, rotors, or detectable exhaust? Do they possess some sort of cloaking ability? The sensor data, combined with the video images, raises difficult questions.
These are unidentified. We don't know what they are. Everybody tries to corner me in saying they're aliens or something like this. I have no idea.
Maintain track as best you can.
George Knapp, 8 News Now.
The video of the radar screens consists of 4 clips that were spliced together to show that this went on over a period of time. Today, less than 4 hours after that video was made public by us, a Pentagon spokesperson confirmed it is legit, that it was recorded by Navy personnel and is in the hands of the UAP Task Force. That's the unit created to prepare a report for Congress that is due next month.
They're swarming Navy ships. They're abducting animals. We have whistleblowers, with David Grush coming out and giving all this information and whistleblowing and literally all the information that's been coming out. The government seems to be giving us what they want to show us, like breadcrumbing us, which is like they already talked about crashed objects and anti-gravity and zero-point energy. Just give us the information. It's so frustrating, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this video and my rant. Smash like if you did, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'll see you in the next video.